What can I say about Aquatic Ambience and Dire Dire Docks that hasn't been said already? Both of these theme songs have captivated my youth. They captivated the way I illustrate in my drawings and other projects that I want to do. These two theme songs have given me a broader depth on gaming music growing up. When I heard both of these theme songs, I don't know, it was some sort of emotional thing going through my mind while I was playing these games, and it gave me something that I couldn't explain when I was little. It would make me feel happy, but in a way, kind of sad, almost like a melancholy type feeling. Of course, now it gives off a nostalgic feeling, but before it gave me a new feeling, a feeling I couldn't explain when I was like 7 years old. um, it just, yeah, I couldn't explain it. Playing Super Mario 64 and entering Jolly Roger Bay, I was blown away. I was probably 5 or 6 years old when I first played Super Mario 64. I was amazed by the atmosphere. The atmosphere, and of course, the theme song that went with Jolly Roger Bay. And I was blown away at 5 or 6 years old. It really took me into perspective on how gaming makes me feel. And I hate it when people say game music isn't actual music. What the fuck are you on about? They're both works of art. So just because there's no vocals behind that theme doesn't mean it's actual music. Makes no sense. That's like saying Mozart music isn't real music because there's no vocals behind it. It's just really backwards thinking. And the man himself, the legend, Koji Kondo, basically composed everything that you've heard growing up with Super Mario Brothers and other projects. He deserves all the credit in the world as a major influence in the world with music, within music, entertainment, and all that stuff. Without Koji, we would have never had this beautiful masterpiece made. And, fun fact, when Paul McCartney was playing during the 90s in Japan, he learned that Koji Kondo and Shigeru Miyamoto were in the concert when he was playing. He invited them backstage and started to sing the Mario theme song to both of them, and they were surprised. And that's how you know you made one of the most influential theme songs of all time. When Paul McCartney from the Beatles starts singing that shit to you, you accomplish something big. As much as I love Dire Dire Docks, and that song's gonna be written in my will when I pass away, you can't deny the impact of Aquatic Ambience. That soundtrack alone from Donkey Kong Country is one of the greatest piece of music and art in general history. The genius behind Aquatic Ambience and composer David Wise deserves everything. He deserves the credit. He did something that was technically impossible back in the 90s. Being limited of what you had back in the day, especially those sound chips for those consoles, were very difficult to do. Very difficult to manage to compose and make something amazing. And he did it. He did it. And that is one of the greatest breakthroughs in gaming history. The emotion that brings in Aquatic Ambience, swimming through the level, you're feeling melancholy and sad at the same time. But it feels like you got this, And David Wise definitely made the atmosphere seem really huge. Like you're about to go on this great adventure, craziest adventure with Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong. And he managed it. He managed it throughout that whole game. The original Donkey Kong Country soundtrack will forever go down as one of the greatest soundtracks in history. Period. I wanted to dedicate this video to Koji Kondo and David Wise and other inspiring artists. Hopefully one day we all create something that we generally put our heart and soul into making, and that we're proud of our work. That's the most important part, is that we are proud of what we made.